Yo, what is up, you guys, and welcome, one and all, to the Secret Crisis Podcast, the latest nerdy podcast to cruise through the multiverse and onto your listening device. I'm your boy, Chris Markland.
And I'm Jaden Jones.
And today, on this extra speedy episode of the Secret Crisis Podcast, today we're going to be talking about who is the fastest man alive.
The Flash?
This is the first podcast that we're recording of the new year, and we are super excited to get back into it. Had to take a bit of a break to deal with, school stuff and life stuff, but we're back. We're braver, badder, and better than ever now with official and really, really sick, if I do say so myself, audio recording equipment. So now we are officially a professional podcast. Jaden, how does it feel?
It feels good. It feels good to be back. I know some people. Well, we actually do have fans apparently.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Whoever you out there, thank you for listening. I do see the listeners. So I know there's several out there across the world apparently. Don't know who you are, but thank you for listening. I see when you guys listen. So. On the stats. So thank you for that, guys.
For real. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for liking. Thank y'all for subscribing to all of our socials. You can find me at I am Superfly on Instagram. You can find Jaden. Where can they find you?
You can find me at jaden.cjones.
So we just like to start off with thanking all of the subscribers, all the listeners, all the people who just tuned in to listen to two guys giving their opinion on nerdy stuff. And I'm doing this for y'all because without y'all, we would just be two guys with some microphones. So, anywho, the fastest man alive. Who is it? The Flash, Superman, or a mysterious third contender? Who could it be? Jaden, tell me, why did you were the one who chose. Oh.
If we really wanted to go crazy, we could do Zoom, but that was a reference. If y'all know, well, it's okay.
Are you talking like Zoom the Flash villain or like Zoom Academy for Superheroes?
That would be
Talk about a deep cut. I saw that on I forget if it was Showcase or TMZ, one of those movie channels. I just caught it flipping around the other day, and I forgot how cheesy that movie was. Pierce from Community is in that.
Yes,
he is. He's a scientist guy.
Talk about deep cuts. Jeez,
for real.
My gosh.
I legit had to do a double take when I saw it. I was like, that's Pierce Hawthorne. That's crazy.
Wow. My gosh. Well, he was the
he was the scientist guy.
Was he the crazy one?
I don't think he was. He was the one that got snot blasted on him.
Oh, okay. Huh. Wow. What do you know?
If you watched it again, you would definitely recognize him.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. No, I just thought I'd throw that in there. But what we are talking about is between the Flash and Superman. Only those two today. This is you could say a debate that I've had over the several years. In my
years.
Yes. There are certain individuals. Well, they know who they are. You guys know where they are. I was gonna call people out, but it's Sunday just passed, so I had to repent. So it's cool. But there are people most normally in my youth group and now in YA that are very, very passionate, that believe that Superman apparently, because the man can fly, he's apparently faster. Wow. They're faster than the Flash, right?
It's weird because I could understand. It's like hearing a flat earther explain why they think the world is flat. On some level, I could understand where you're coming from. If you're judging it from a certain scientific vantage point, Like, yes, in theory, it would make sense to assume that Superman is faster since he
Sure.
doesn't have to put his feet on the ground to move
Yes.
super fast. Like by taking away that like extra traction, he's able to. It would make sense to
Makes sense.
assume that he would be able to
Yes.
like move at faster speeds than the Flash. But judging based on like decades upon decades of like comic book lore, based on like all the episodes, whether it be like this episode of Superman the animated series they did where they actually raced, or like if you're talking about like they've referenced it several times in like the Arrow and Flash, well, actually Supergirl and Flash actually, even the Justice League movie paid homage to it. Many times they've raced in the comics over the years. It's a debate that I feel like should long be put to rest at this point,
Really,
and that's what we're here to do.
Honestly, man, like, oh my gosh. So people, the antagonists, love to poke, saying that Superman is faster. The main arguments, other than the fact that he can he can fly. Again, like you said, I could see to some degree, but come on now. The Flash, his literal power is speed.
It's his thing.
It's literally his thing.
It's his only thing, actually. Like, it's not even his main thing. It's his only thing.
That's all his powers surround speed to be fast enough. That's all it is. Superman's power, bro. He just has super speed. It's not his thing. Like it's
just one of his many powers.
Yes, exactly. It's not, bro. It's not.
If I need a toilet fixed, I'm not gonna go to like the handyman across the street who like knows how to fix like everything, or like who like dabbles in fixing toilets. Who am I gonna get? I'm gonna get a plumber. Like I'm gonna get a guy who specifically specializes in that thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Flash is the plumber of running fast. He just is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on now, bro. Like, I don't understand. Again, if you on face value, I could see where you would come from. But again, even if you just watch the shows, bro, like Flash, you don't even have to be like Barry Allen or Wally West. Like any of the Flashes, just by merely like taking a jog can go into multiple dimensions. Like
it's facts.
Superman can't do that. I know some people. I know that he has had some crazy feats with like reality stuff.
Superboy Prime's a wild man. Like,
yeah. Like,
even Superboy Prime, he didn't run through reality. He punched through reality. So that's kind of different.
That's a strength feat. That's not like a speed feat. Like those are very two different things.
And like even still, like funny enough, you want to know how they defeated? One of the times they actually defeated Superboy Prime.
No, I don't know that. I never read that.
Basically, the Flash, I think Wally West at the time, and Bart Allen, who I think was Kid Flash at the time, grabbed Superboy Prime and raced him into the Speed Force.
Oh yes, I remember hearing that. Yes, I remember hearing that.
Yeah, like they like ran so fast, which like is if you're a Flash reader, that is literally the climax of every single Flash story that has ever been told. They run so fast that they break the sound barrier, they break the time barrier, and push him into the Speed Force. And even then, like it almost wasn't enough. Like Barry Allen, who at that point had died in Crisis on Infinite Earths, had to reach out and pull him in. It was a super cool moment that really was the only way that any of them could like stop Superboy Prime, because like he like has no weakness to kryptonite, he has no weakness to like the red sun, or he might, but like I don't think he really did. But like yeah, Superboy Prime, that guy's a beast, bro. Can't stop him. But yeah, like if we're looking at like the comics continuity in which Superman and Flash have raced, like I think the first one dates back to like this one story in, I want to say I want to say it was like late 60s, early 70s. Like it's in the Silver Age where like the Flash and Superman raced for charity. And
Yeah.
like the first time they raced, they actually raced to a like standstill. It was a like photo finish. But like it was a literal photo finish. I forget if it was like somebody had like a camera that could shoot at the speed of sound, or like if they just like played back the footage really, really, really fast. But like basically what they discovered was that Flash won the race by like a minuscule of a hair. So like technically in that story, the Flash was the victor. Like even that I wouldn't necessarily take too much into stock, because like back then Superman was way OP compared to what he is now. Like the Superman back then, he was like moving planets by like attaching them to chains. Like he was a bad man. Like he was crazy in terms of like his like strength, in terms of like his speed. Like he was just like nigh omnipotent in terms of that. So like that I wouldn't even say is necessarily a fair representation of Superman's power set in like modern day sensibilities. But even still, Flash still won that race. Then I want to say like a couple years later, not a couple years later, like a couple decades later, the Superman animated series premiered, which was the second, I forget if it was the second or the third iteration of the what's called the Bruce Timmverse, which is sort of the like DC shared cartoon universe of like animated shows from the late 90s to early 2000s, including Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, Justice League Unlimited, all those amazing fantastic shows. In that Superman show, there was one episode where the Flash showed up for the first time, and they raced across the world for charity. So they're racing, and like eventually like the race was like interrupted by the Weather Wizard, who like they handily defeated, and like at the end of the day they shook hands, called it a day, and again raced to a standstill. But it's still left in the air as to like whether or not Superman or Flash is the fastest man alive. But come on, we all know it's the Flash.
Yeah, like the different iterations where you've seen them fight, well sorry, not fight, sorry, race, that I got, and I'll put a link in the description. A comicbook.com has a article on that, showing some of the iterations over the years that we were talking about, where one with obviously the world's finest, the race to save the universe story, that's in 91, 98 and 199.
Really? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, and then there was another one with Flash Rebirth number 3, Superman number.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That one was with the OG Wally West, I think.
Yes. No, that was Barry. That was Barry Allen. That was this is with Barry Allen.
Oh.
So yeah. We will link that in the description. Talking, kind of covering all a bit of the iterations over the year. But one of the we're to talk about within like the continuity in the source material, at least I believe this is the most recent, from what I know. From what I know, this is the most recent iteration where we see the difference between the Flash and Superman. The Flashes and Superman was in the Flash number 49. This was in, I think we have Rebirth, I believe. Yes, it was a Rebirth Flash. Where
is that the story where Barry came back from the dead?
I think no, this is in the Flash War. Chapter of Flash
War. That was when Flash and Flash raced. Wally West and Barry Allen raced.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was. Yeah, they were racing, and Clark. I mean, I can read the panel where it is where they're having a conversation, and I was worried that I could lose you again, so I kept you out of it. That wasn't your choice, Barry, and you could have included me, whatnot. And it just shows Flash and I believe that's Wally. I believe that, yeah. So it's Barry and Wally, and in the background, way back, and they do a good job illustrating how far he is, from him. You can see Superman saying "Flash," and then the next panel is the Justice League just sitting there waiting, and then you have the next panel is the Clark shows up, and he's like, "Oh, that was the." Cyborg is like, that was fast, but like you can see Clark is like winded, and he's like, I couldn't huff, I couldn't catch up with them. They're going too fast. That's the next panel, and then it's like, okay, that's enough. That's in the green bubble. That's enough. If they're not going to listen to Big Blue, what then? This is how that Green Lantern he attempts to stop them with the construct, and what happens is they just zoom right past it, just like it's like butter, just like cuts right through it like butter. And
Thanks,
he's
Hal.
like, yeah, he's like, oh, I think that's Barry that grabs him, and throws him to the side basically, and he's like, oh, I know you want to help, Hal, but this is too dangerous for any of you to be here, and he just throws you to the side, and he's like, damn, that nearly broke my ring. Justice League, the Speed Force energy they're giving off to demolish my construct. This is bad, real bad. Wally, what is wrong with you? And so yeah, and then they go on, and this is the rest of the conflict in their race. But like, yeah, like it's just that shows the obvious difference between
the obvious disparity in speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Flash War is a very interesting story because, like, for those who are like searching for more context, it's a story where, like, revolving around Wally West, who at this point was trapped within the Speed Force for like the entirety of the New 52, and basically had like his entire history of being the Flash, growing up with the Teen Titans, being married to his longtime love interest Linda Park, having two children who like were also speedsters, having all that history retconned away by bad writers, but also in continuity by a certain blue omnipotent character by the name of Dr. Manhattan. So when Wally West comes back into DC continuity and like starts remembering his history, starts remembering his past, starts remembering his marriage to not Iris. Ugh, that would be really creepy because Iris is his aunt, but his marriage to Linda Park and like having his children, he remembers all that, and they're basically all wiped away. So basically his children are wiped out of existence. But until I think a villain, I forget if it was Professor Zoom, Hunter Zolomon, or if it was Eobard Thawne. I'm pretty sure it was Zolomon, but one of them basically whispers in Wally's ear and says that the only way to get your kids back is to destroy the Speed Force. Is to like destroy the Speed Force, run so fast that like you destroy it. And basically that brings him into conflict with Barry, and that's what kicks off like the event of Flash War. But what's interesting about that story is not only do you get an answer to who is faster, Flash or Superman, you also get an answer to which of the two Flashes are the fastest. Because Wally West wins that race against Barry Allen. He wins that race. Like, we as the Flash fans, we pretty much knew by that point that Wally was the fastest, but it was still really cool in that story to see like it confirmed. And like there were so many times before that, like we even mentioned it before with Infinite Crisis. Well, not Infinite Crisis, but the original Flash Rebirth, where Barry Allen came back to life in the first time, and he was infected with, I want to say, the Black Flash. Like the Black Flash had basically like infected him and made it so that like whenever Barry comes into contact with other speedsters, he becomes the Black Flash. And so like he basically like sequestered himself, like separated himself from the rest of the universe, said like I might as well just go and like die so that no other speedster dies at my hands. And like Superman tried to run after him, and like they're running, and like at first Superman is kind of keeping up, like he's actually like doing better than he normally does. And Superman is like, "You can't outrun me, Barry. We've raced before, and I've even run some of those races. I've even won some of those races when we used to race in the past." And then Flash just looks at him and he goes, "Those are for charity, Clark." Kaboosh! And he just like kicks it into high velocity, leaves that fool in the dirt. Yo, it was crazy.
Yeah, like that's like, I mean, I haven't read Flash War. I mean, I have a lot to catch up on. I mean, I finished the Flash New 52. And I mean, yeah, I have a lot to catch up on in terms of like the rebirth and whatnot. But that is it is a cool story from what I've seen, even reading the panels. It's pretty cool what is going on in that, because even after in the next panels, and for those that actually want in the link, when when we will put the link in the description, you can see the next panel after that, and in terms of like who wins and whatnot. But and the rest of the plot, because there's I think it is Zoom. Last time, I think, I'm pretty sure it is Zoom who is there snickering in doing this thing.
Yeah, the Reverse Flash characters, the Eobard-Thons, the Hunter Zolomons, they're always like the ex machina, like the evil, like it was me the whole time. Like those characters that are always like snickering in the background with like wringing their hands, like just the puppet masters behind everything. They're like the Green Goblin of the Flashes. Like a lot of people like those characters. I'll admit it. A lot of people think Eobard Thawne and the Reverse Flashes are the coolest characters ever. But me, I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about it. Because it's even gotten to the point where like it's a meme now, where it's like, remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend? And you came right as she touched your leg. It was me, Barry. It's like, what? Like
that bro, dude, like
ever since they retconned it to make it so that Eobard Thawne went back in time and killed Barry Allen's mother, it's just like got to the point where like every single time that something ever goes wrong in the Flash's life, you can bet your bottom dollar that Eobard Thawne is behind it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He is the mastermind behind it all. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the boogeyman to come scare you at night, Barry. You can count on it. Barry, why are you having nightmares? Iris speaking. It's like, oh, it was Thawne. Little do you know, it wasn't a dream. It wasn't a nightmare. It was reality.
Exactly. It's gotten to the point where it's like, hey, remember why you didn't have any friends in high school? Oh, that was me, because like whenever you got a friend, I would go back in time and like stop their parents from meeting and erase them from existence. Like, remember when you stepped in gum that one time? Oh, that was me. Remember when your dog died? That was me. Remember when you fell down the stairs that one time and broke your leg? Yeah, that was me. Remember when you threw that white shirt in the washing machine and it came out pink because you accidentally put a red sock in there? Oh, that was me. Remember, like, just all this random stuff. It's like, bro, at this point, if you go through all this trouble just to screw with this guy, why don't you just like make your own life for yourself? Like, you put half as much effort into like getting your own stuff together as you did like just ruining this guy's life for no reason. Like
honest, man. Like, jeez, bro. Yo, like, brother, relax. Like, what do you get out of that? Like, I don't understand. I don't know, man. Like, stuff you do, man. Like, yo, you're just obsessed, man. Like, honestly, I don't get it. Oh my. So, like, it's just like like the conversation. You know, one thing that I thought was interesting, because they kind of did it in Justice League, right? Like the Flash and Superman racing, did they not?
I think they
Get
referenced it. They
yeah,
referenced it, but they didn't. That was more a Superman animated series thing. I don't remember that being in the show, in the Justice League
not the
show.
show. No, not the show. I meant like the movie.
Oh yeah, the movie. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was like the big after credit. Oh, not Justice League, directed by Joss Whedon, that actually came out in theaters.
Yes, yeah, that one. The original.
Yeah, like they even
Yeah.
had that scene when like Superman was like broken of like the Mother Boss's influence and was like going crazy and like attacking the Justice League, and like Flash runs at him and like tries to take him from behind. They had that
Yeah.
sick moment
Mm-hmm.
where like Superman just turns his head.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I see you, fool." Everybody's just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
no!"
Yeah, that was pretty scary. Yeah, it's kind of like the moment in new. Well, I mean, there kind of was like the New 52 was the origins where the Justice League origins where where Barry and Flash they were like Barry and Clark they first meet, and he tries first he's like dodging him, and then like Barry's like he's slapping off, he's like you're slow, but he kind of gets a bit lazy. Man, Clark gets one up on him and slaps him across the street. He's like, "Ooh, yeah, so probably wasn't a smart idea to do that." He's like, "Huh, who's laughing now, fool?"
That's the kind of hilarious thing about like people who like want Superman to be the faster one. It's like, say what you will about like we all know that Flash is the fastest, but like say what you will, but like Superman is like the one character on the Justice League who like has every other power. Like logistically speaking, Superman doesn't need any of them. Like he doesn't need like oh hey Flash, you can run faster than me, but I can run like almost like close. Like I'm still pretty fast on my own. Like, hey, Wonder Woman, you're really strong and can fly. Those are two of my many powers. Like, hey, Aquaman, you can swim. What if I were to like fly in the air and like incinerate the ocean with my heat vision? Or like Martian Manhunter, you're really strong too, but guess what? I'm stronger. Or like Batman, don't even have no powers. Well, what are you gonna do? Get a kryptonite ring? Oh wait, you actually have one? Oh, never mind.
That is true. No, he doesn't really need much of them, to be honest. But like the again, where we're talking about like, I mean, if anything, the strength is his thing. It's not speed. Speed again, man. If you Clark, as fast as he is, and I know he can get a little bit OP at times, but even as much as you try to gas him, he's not gonna get like a Speed Force level. Like, nah, man. Like,
Yeah. However, there is one story that I'm just remembering that I will, just to be fair, I will bring it up because it does lend credence to the idea that Superman may be, not really, but may be somewhat on par with the Flash. There was this recent Superman story that came out. I forget if it was last year or the year before that, written by writer Tom King, I think it was called Superman Up in the Sky. It's basically the story where Superman goes on this like universal adventure to like rescue this girl who was kidnapped by sinister aliens, and like it's basically like the Trials of Hercules, where like in each chapter like he has to do like a different feat of strength. Like in one he has to like fight like a boxing match in this like alien underground fight club, and another like he has to like stop a guy who wants to like kill himself, or an alien who wants to kill himself, who is dying of like a debilitating Alzheimer's disease. And in one of the chapters he has to race the Flash again, or like it might have been a flashback, but basically it was a scene where like the Flash and Superman were racing for charity, and like they're getting ready to race, and like at this point, like, they'd already raced a couple times before, so the crowd already knew that the Flash is gonna win. Like, they all knew. It's like, come on, man, we all know the Flash is gonna win. I don't know why they keep doing this. So they're getting ready, and they take off, and then Lex Luthor shows up and addresses the crowd, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If Superman wins this race, I'm gonna donate $1 million to charity." Since he knows that Superman won't win. So, like, when Superman loses, which he's expecting him to, he'll look like a complete bumbling buffoon. But if the Flash wins, I won't donate 1 red cent. And so, like, they're racing. Mind you, Flash and Superman don't know this. They don't hear this. But Superman, since he has super hearing, he hears. And he tries to, like, tell Barry, hey, Lex is planning something. Like, he's going to donate however many to the... He tries to tell him. But the Flash is so far ahead that he can't even hear him. So Superman's just like, well, the only way, I gotta win this race. Just gotta dig down deep. And he runs as faster than he ever did before. And he actually wins. And everyone's like, huh? He what? How? Like, because Flash didn't know. He didn't hear. Or like, maybe there's a slight chance that Flash did hear. And like he subconsciously let Superman win and just didn't say anything just to protect his ego. But really, there's no way that he really could have won. So that is one instance, technically, of Superman beating the Flash in a race. But really, it was more of a thing where it's like he won because the plot demanded it, not because he's actually faster.
Yeah, like that would be that's funny because like even if that was like one, I mean the naysayers will say, will argue, oh, there's an instance Superman beat the Flash. Well, okay, like even in that, like I mean, just as much as like we had because this is like what I mean, obviously yeah, they're just racing, but I don't, from what I understand, just like what you described, like I don't think that this is Barry we're talking about, like right, Barry or Wally.
Yeah, Barry.
Like that wouldn't mean that Barry was going 100%, like trying to like do what like Clark is doing. Clark would have to like really have to try. Barry can do that, like go what half and like still beaten. I mean, still beat him. Like
yeah. Yeah, it's like even if you were to like comb through every single Flash and Superman story where they raced, and like even if you were to find like 2 stories where like, you see, Superman won, Superman beat Flash, that means he's fast. Like I could show you like 5 stories where that like tell you otherwise. It's like, okay, you caught me once on my off day. Whoop-de-doo. You caught me. Okay. Like
yeah, exactly. And also, man, again, Flash has bigger feats. Superman has not done that. He hasn't run multiple dimensions into different timelines. He can't, man, get on the cosmic treadmill and do the open different dimensions to different Earths and stuff. Like man can barely come on now. Let's be real here. Like, let's be real, man. Nah, he can't do that. Flash has greater speed feats than Clark ever could. So even if you want to do that argument, if you're really, and those people know who they are. The people, if you're really, really grasping at straws, my guy. The evidence is stacked against you, both in principle and evidentiary, my guy, in the source material. So like I get it. I understand the for those people the inclination to say that Superman is faster because he can fly or he has a cape. I've heard that argument.
What does him having a cape have to do with it? Like,
I don't know.
Does it make him aerodynamic?
A guy was basically saying how his basically argument was aerodynamics. Apparently, capes, like dude.
If anything, I would think that would slow you down.
Like, bro, you haven't watched The Incredibles, my guy. Keeps doing nothing good. Like, they do nothing good, bro. Like, oh my,
Splash down, sucked into a vortex. Rocket.
Sucked into a windmill. It's not nothing good, my guy. So I'm like, that's not really helping your case, my guy. So like, yeah, like it's all those people. Like, I love you, but it's okay to have wrong opinions. You're just wrong on this one. I'm sorry, man. Flash is faster. Yeah, really all of them are faster. It doesn't need not whether Barry, Wally, or whatever other Flash. I would, for the most part, I'm not sure about Jay Garrick. I'm not sure what you could say about.
I'm 90% sure Jay's faster.
Yeah, that's
pretty sure he is.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never really seen them race. I've never seen Superman race Jay Garrick.
Yeah, I would think that. Well, again, he can still do the same things that Barry can. Like, I have no problem doing the same in terms of, like, for the most part. Like, just by jogging, man can like go into different dimensions. Like, he has no problem doing that. So I think that would be fair to say. And the rest of the Flash is quick and whatnot, and Max Mercury, and yeah, like they're speedsters that we're talking about. They're speedsters. They're in their own class. So I mean, I know there are other superheroes that have super speed, but they aren't Flashes. So yeah. So yeah, that's it.
All right. So thank you for listening to this debunking of the the misconception regarding these Flash Superman debate. We hope you've enjoyed this intrepid discussion of the Secret Crisis podcast. We are back. We are live. We are, well, not live, but we are bigger and badder than ever. So you can look forward to new updates, new episodes, new discussions, and new content. So we'd like to thank you for listening. Jaden, where can they find you?
You can find me at jaden.cjones on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at secret.crisis. Yeah, on Instagram. That's both on Instagram. That's the show.
And you can find me at I am Superfly on Instagram. That's all one word. That's IAMSUPAFLY. I am Superfly. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, my ever-growing YouTube channel, Superfly Official. That's SUPAFLY Official on YouTube. I do fan art daily. Well, not daily, but like I do a lot of like. I also have my ongoing comic series, Superfly the Guardian, which is also a web series that the playlist is on my YouTube channel. So I got a lot of stuff going on. So if you want to check that out, feel free to mosey on down. So we'd like to thank you for listening to the Secret Crisis podcast. Oh, one more thing.
Yes, forgive me. It's actually secret _crisis. Forgive me for that.
Say less.
And also you can follow you can get on the YouTube channel. That's the Secret Crisis podcast on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe on the episodes. We're going to be uploading more episodes to there, and hopefully in a more regular format. And you can find the podcast on any other platform you get your podcasts.
All right, lots to look forward to in the near future, and we'd like to thank you for listening. So that's all for us, guys. Peace out.
Peace out, guys. Thanks. Bye.